Talk some sports. Although the Rainbow Warrior football season, Steph, last year wasn't a great one. Fans always could count on one player to make the highlights.
Oh yeah, whenever he's catching or punting, Scott Harding seemed to always make a play, and the senior is poised to leave UH on a high note. Mike Cherry joins us now with your first sports look, Mike.
That's right. It's not hard to understand why Scott Harding is the team's reigning MVP. He's the only player in the country that plays receiver, punter, and punt returner. Coach Norm Chow called him his secret weapon, but after last year, it's clear he's not a secret any longer. In addition to being the second most productive pass catcher on the team, he was one of the most efficient returners in the country. His 8.3-yard return average ranked 35th nationally, and he's a Phil Steele All-Mountain West first-team pick. His rugby-style kicks averaged 40 yards a punt, which was 8th in the conference. And as he enters his final year, he doesn't feel overused. Instead, he loves being Mr. Utility.
Oh, no, I can carry the load. I've done it before, so I can do it again. That's no issue. And that's all about the team. If they want me to punt, I'll punt. If they want me to punt return, I'll punt return. And obviously play receiver. So, you know, whatever they need me to do, I'll do it. The problem is I just don't get another scholarship check. That's the only problem.
Harding and the Bows return to practice tomorrow afternoon at 2:15. Still ahead at 6 on KGMB, the volleying of contracts continues at the University of Hawaii. A status on 11 deals that are awaiting final approval. Mike Cherry, Hawaii News Now.
From Hawaii News Now, this is Your Sports with Mike Cherry.
Welcome back. Lost in the shuffle of whether playing football at the University of Hawaii is fiscally feasible has been the contract status of more than 11 UH coaches, most of which were left in limbo when Chancellor Tom Apple was fired, the very person who held final say on those deals. Hawaii News Now has learned that those contracts now reside back in the hands of Athletic Director Ben Jay. A source says the purpose is to redraft the language of the term sheets, which should not affect the financial agreements already set between the AD and the coaches, but will further delay the process. Once the term sheets have been agreed upon between the lawyers for the University of Hawaii and its coaches, the contracts will make their way back to President David Lasner, who has final approval rights. As we previously reported, the contracts of men's basketball coach Gib Arnold, women's hoops coach Laura Beeman, and baseball coach Mike Trapasso will include combined raises in excess of $55,000. Well, time for another MC Squared High School Spotlight. Last season, Mililani put together the most successful season in school history. An integral part of its 11-2 run was 6'3", 260-pound linebacker Rex Manu. Back for his senior year, Manu is ready to give the school its first state title. As of now, Manu ranks as one of the top recruits in the country and has already verbally committed to Stanford. It's not a surprise considering he admits that he loves diving into school books as much as the playbooks. Manu is one of the captains on the team, and in addition to sacking quarterbacks, the other topic on his mind, should he major in civil or petroleum engineering?
Well, I like school a little bit more than football. Yeah, I wouldn't give it a whole lot of cushion though. Well, obviously football's not gonna last forever. And my dad and my mom have emphasized and stressed education. So I definitely put a little bit more effort into that than football.
First of all, that guy's smarter than me. He's smarter than me, he's more mature than me. And you know, he's definitely a great kid to coach. If you ever want a son, or definitely if your daughter was to date someone, it'd be Rex Manu for sure. You know, the guy is just a great All-American guy.
High praise, all right? Mililani's next game is Saturday against Kailua. Let's jump in the water to Tahiti. Two Hawaii boys repping the islands of the Billabong Pro. First up, Sebastian Zietz zoned in on this gem. The Kauai boy dropping straight into the barrel, dragging along the way for a lengthy ride coming out the two. Seabass notched a nearly perfect score, 9.9 on the wave. Meanwhile, John Florence also made a strong showing, defeating Brazil's Raoni Monteiro with two solid rides. Both advanced to tomorrow's round 3. And that's your look at sports.
Thanks a lot, Mike. And finally,